Nebraska's trusted news source. This is Channel 8 News at 6.
Coming up tonight, the cheaper option, what Lincoln Public Schools says is the affordable route for parents deciding whether to buy their kids lunches or have them get school lunches. Also tonight, fight against flock, what the Ord City Council is doing in response to the public outrage against AI surveillance cameras. And changing child care, what President Trump's proposed stripping of the Head Start program will do to families using it here in the state of Nebraska. But first, right now, Lincoln is taking a step into controlling our technological future. Our city is joining a global pact that looks to control the future of data centers. You can see the cities on your screen where the mayors have signed off on this pact. Now Lincoln, Nebraska will be on this list. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Rod Fowler. But does this mean that Lincoln will be limiting the amount of data centers being built in our area, or maybe have more of a kind of a control on the certain rules that they follow by? Our Skylar Sears found out what this pact means for the future of our city.
As demand for data centers continues to rise, Lincoln is taking a proactive approach by joining the Global Urban Data Centers Pact, an international effort aimed at guiding responsible development. The pact intends to help cities establish criteria for how future data centers would fit into their communities, from where they're located to how they impact local resources and residents.
It commits us to a set of values and expectations for any future growth, if and when that were to occur. And it takes a really thoughtful approach to managing the topic of data centers, which we think is helpful.
Morrow says there are currently no plans for new data centers in Lincoln, and the city doesn't have the water capacity to accommodate them for the foreseeable future. She says joining the pact helps ensure Lincoln has clear expectations on how any future growth would be approached. Reporting in Lincoln, Skylar Sears, Channel 8 News.
The Cass County Data Center Watch Group is letting people know they need volunteers to help staff their booth for the Cass County Fair this week. All of the times you see on your screen are when they still need volunteers. They have been very prominent anti-data center voices during the recent debate here in Nebraska. Let's get a look at your first forecast now on this Tuesday evening. A live look over the area with our network of cameras. A lot of us getting rain later this afternoon, kind of off and on. A lot of you want to know, is this it, or is more raining headed our way? The man with the answer, Chief Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins. Rusty?
Is it fall all of a sudden?
I know, it feels like it, doesn't it?
It kind of does. It was a nice change compared to the 90s and 100s that we had not too long ago. So a cool, comfortable afternoon out there with some rainfall. I think a lot of us are kind of happy about how today went. But look at the rain in central, southeast Nebraska, all starting to move away. But we're not done with the storms yet. And I'll talk more about that in a few minutes. But radar looking at just some storms rolling through Hebron, Fairbury, Beatrice, Nebraska City, over towards Falls City and east into parts of Iowa and northwestern Missouri. So this is it for round one. How much rain did we get? Well, anywhere from nothing to a tenth to a quarter of an inch. The big winner today over by O'Neill and Wayne, about a half an inch to 3/4 of an inch in north central and northeast Nebraska. 27th and Yankee Hill Road, Honda of Lincoln Cam. It's just cloudy out there in Lincoln right now with 70 degrees and a dew point is 66, so a little moisture out there. So as this all moves to the east, watching another wave coming our way. So temperature-wise, we're in the upper 60s and lower 70s for many of us, and the dew points in the 50s and 60s. Now here's our next storm chance about right there. That's 11 o'clock this evening. Another round of storms in far southeastern Nebraska. More on that in a few minutes.
All right. Thank you, Rusty. There's the bus. I was waiting for it. Just a couple seconds late. Rising food prices have many families looking for ways to stretch their back-to-school budgets. So the question is it cheaper to pack a lunch or buy one at school? Our Meg West spoke with Lincoln Public Schools Nutrition Services to find out.
School meals are a great value, and we haven't increased meal prices over the past few years at Lincoln Public Schools.
Andrew Ashleford, the Director of Nutrition Services with Lincoln Public Schools, tells me the paid lunch price at Lincoln Elementary Schools is $2.50. It's $2.70 at the middle schools and $2.85 at the high schools. But is it cheaper to pack a classic brown sack lunch from home? Ashel Ford says a cost-equivalent meal from home costs at least $1 more per meal than a school lunch.
So if you have a student of one in the district, that could be a savings of at least $175 per school year just by eating school lunch.
The school district offers a reduced meal price for qualifying families. And thanks to the recently passed Hungry Free Schools Act, applicants who qualify for the reduced fee will now get breakfast and lunch free. The community eligibility provision is another government-funded program that allows schools in higher poverty areas to serve meals to all students at no charge. LPS has 24 schools in the district that participate in that program.
It's a great program that overall supports student wellness, so those students can excel and succeed in and out of the classroom.
But cost isn't the only factor families consider. Nutrition is also vitally important for young learners. Ashel Ford tells me when it comes to hitting all of the nutritional requirements, they've got it in the bag.
School meals follow strict federal standards that align with the dietary guidelines for Americans. The meals we serve provide whole grains, vegetables, fruits, dairy, and protein options for students for breakfast and lunch.
He adds they're always looking to improve the nutrition of their meals in accordance with federal standards. Right now, the focus is on reducing the sweet stuff.
One thing that we're looking at right now is added sugars. So over the past school year, we have worked hard at lowering added sugars in the meals we serve, and we'll continue to make adjustments to ensure added sugars contribute to less than 10% of the total daily calories.
Ashel Ford says school lunches are also quite colorful, menus displaying the rainbow of colors of fresh fruit and veggies. So no matter how your kiddo enjoys lunchtime, through the cafeteria line or with a lunch packed from home, we're wishing you a happy and healthy school year. For Channel 8 News, I'm Meg West.
Well, construction crews are making sure everything is ready to go for the new school year. Citizen journalist Melanie sending this video into our Now Local News app near East High School. Crews there are replacing burned out light bulbs. The guy is high up in the bucket truck right there, hard at work. If you scan the QR code on your screen, you can download the Now Local News app for free and get paid for sending in videos like this one. Stay with us. We have more heading your way after the break, including stripping support, how President Trump's proposed gutting of the Head Start program may change what child care looks like here in Nebraska. We're back in 60 seconds. Well, right now, the Trump administration is looking to drastically change early childhood education. The president is preparing a major rollback of federal requirements for Head Start. It would remove most of the child care program rules for things like math and literacy curriculum, also class sizes, medical screenings, and more. We wanted to know how this might impact our local Head Start programs in Lincoln. Our Emma Norwood spoke with the Community Action Head Start downtown.
A major change could be coming to early childhood education programs nationwide. President Donald Trump's administration is planning to roll back federal requirements for Head Start, an educational resource for families who might not be able to afford it otherwise.
We see that change really has always been part of Head Start, and that will for sure continue. I think that there's always room for lessening burdens, administrative burdens, those kinds of things.
The program's current regulations span more than 100 pages long, outlining requirements on things like curriculum, teacher-to-student ratio, and even healthy practices for kids. Trump's administration would replace those regulations with a dozen pages of rules, leaving the rest to state and local laws. Director of Community Action Head Start Jill Baumberger tells me they are always working to be better, but this plan could change their main mission.
The other piece of it that's really been the cornerstone of it since the beginning is our model of comprehensive services. So back when Head Start was designed, the folks charged with that program really realized that in order for children who might have more barriers to their success to be successful and ready when they go to kindergarten is to be able to make sure that we're helping their families make sure their basic needs are met.
These changes could reshape the way Head Start teaches young children, something Baumberger says they've been studying for quite some time.
One of the wonderful things about having a model like that that's 60 years old is that we have 60 years of research. So researchers from all different fields, from education to social work to economics, have studied the Head Start program and have really been able to find out, okay, these are the things that work. How do we double down on those?
The changes are expected to be announced in a few days and could be finalized by the end of this year. Reporting in Lincoln, Emma Norwood, Channel 8 News.
Rain coming to an end right now, but there's more in the forecast as we head through later tonight into early tomorrow morning. That forecast when we come back.
Breaking now, the Ord City Council comes to a decision on a controversial topic. We're talking about cameras. Flock cameras are AI-powered that record every vehicle that passes by them, putting their license plate number and the vehicle into its system. They've come under national scrutiny because of the privacy concerns they pose. Well, the Ord City Council deciding to remove them from their city. They agree the privacy concerns are valid and warrant a national level conversation. Also breaking now, Dan Osborne officially announcing he's accepting a debate against Senator Pete Ricketts at the Nebraska State Fair in Grand Island. It's going to be on September 1st. We'll keep you posted once we learn more about this and what's going to be talked about in the debate ahead of the November elections.
Now, your Storm Alert Team forecast with Chief Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins.
Much needed precipitation for some of us. It's really unfortunate that this area didn't see any today, but hopefully that changes down the road. But for much of central and eastern Nebraska into western Nebraska, some much needed rain and a hit and miss. I mean, not everybody saw heavy rain. O'Neill did, 3/4 of an inch, about a 1/4 of an inch near Ainsworth, Edford at 1/2 an inch along with Wayne, 1/4 of an inch near Norfolk. Almost a 1/10 of an inch in the capital city now, 1/100th in Beatrice. So that's kind of what I mean. Not everybody saw rainfall, but this swath right here, anywhere from a 1/4 to a 1/10 of an inch, looks like maybe a little bit more between Grand Island and Kearney, but overall, it's kind of dependent on where you were at. Outside right now, we have Barry Lockham looking at a lot of cloud cover and temperatures in the 60s. Yeah, 60. There's some 50s out there too. I needed a jacket today. Didn't even crossed my mind until I got outside and went, oh, yeah, how about that? 64 in Columbus right now. It's still 70 in Beatrice, along with Chadron at 76. That's it for 70s. Well, we'll zoom in here a little bit later and see if there's any more. But this is 10 to 20 to almost 30 degrees colder than we were 24 hours ago. 70 in Beatrice, Falls City. Everybody else in the 60s, lower 60s at that. Aurora at 62. Hastings and York at 61. Hastings was at 59 degrees. Last hour, so chill in the air. And dew points, we're looking at dew points, but with temperatures this cool, doesn't really matter, but it is a little muggy out there with dew points in the 60s. Wind is out of the north, 10, 20 miles per hour, so even a little nice breeze going on. So very comfortable out there. Spot showers still lingering between Hebron and Beatrice. This is all moving east towards the very southeastern corner, Pawnee and Richardson County. Likely see a little light rain out of this. But zooming in just a little bit closer, looks like the lightning is just about done. This round is almost over for the precipitation potential, but we're not completely done with the chance yet. Here's what I mean. This is 8 p.m., still not a whole lot going on out there, but about 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, maybe even midnight, line of storm sets up right here between Lincoln and Omaha, and then just kind of sits there. Might maneuver its way north a little bit, maybe south a little bit, but it doesn't really just start and then go through. It just kind of sits there for a while. And notice there's some spots in there that are a little on the strong side. So 1 or 2 isolated strong storms. Doesn't last very long, but it could dump a lot of rain because that was about 4 hours worth that we were looking at it just sitting there. So that kind of leads to flash flooding when a storm starts and then just sits there. Then another round of rain comes through as we head through the first half of the day on Wednesday. We might see some heavy rain out of that too. This may fluctuate a little further north, a little further south, and then that kicks on off to the east, and then that's it. As we head into Wednesday afternoon, we should start to see a good chunk of sunshine for most of the state. But tonight into early tomorrow morning, those storms that form around 11 o'clock midnight, 1 or 2 strong storms a possibility in this area. Not everybody will see it, but this is where you have the chance at a strong to severe storm. And rainfall potential right where those storms start, east, is the better chance for heavier rain. The rest of us, 1/10 of an inch, maybe another 1/4 of an inch. Tonight, temperatures middle and upper 50s to around 60. That's open up the window. Unless it rains, I'd hate for you to open up the window, go to bed, and then all of a sudden it rains inside. So keep that in mind. Look at this though, high temperatures. I say this a lot. My favorite high temperature is 72 degrees. Will it be a top 10 day? Probably not with the rain the first half of the day, but still pretty nice day temperature wise. And then back to 82, then back to 92 by the weekend, 93, 94. Small chances for storms Sunday and Monday of next week.
Thank you, Rusty. Right now, the community is rallying around Chef Chubb from Soulful Cocina. The wife of the chef posting on social media today to let the public in on this situation. Chef Chubb suffered a minor stroke in the restaurant last Friday and was rushed to the hospital. Further testing showed concerns with high blood pressure and a small hole near his heart. But she says the chef is now home, and she's asking people to continue praying for him and sending positivity his way while he recovers. The outpouring of support from the community has been incredible to see. Countless posts from local restaurants, community members, and food influencers, just showing how widespread his impact in the community really is. They're all wishing him a speedy recovery. The chef got on social media not too long ago to provide an update on his status.
Just want to tell you that I'm doing all right, and thanks to your love and just outpour of everything, you guys are making it so much easier on me. On Friday, I had a stroke, and it came out of nowhere. So I just thank y'all, man. Thank you so much. All the love, all the texts. I'm getting texts from people I didn't even know had my phone number.
Good to see he's doing better. He says that he needs to rest for now, but hopes to be back in the restaurant as soon as possible. Next, we're heading into the Sports Zone with Sports Director Will Charlton. And what's on deck tonight?
Yeah, thanks, Rod. Coming up, we'll be talking Husker football and hear from some of the players at the first media press conference session of fall camp.
Now, from the Channel 8 Sports Zone, powered by Green's Furnace and Plumbing, here's Channel 8 News Sports. The Channel 8 News Sports Zone.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome into your Tuesday evening Sports Zone. I'm Will Charlton. We're just about a month away from the official start to the fall season for Nebraska football when the Huskers open up at home against the Ohio Bobcats on September 5th. Earlier Tuesday, the Huskers hosted the first media availability to kick off fall camp. New transfer quarterback Anthony Calandria was joined at the podium by TJ Lateef and Cam Lenhart. I asked Calandria about joining the Big Ten and if there's any conference foes he's got circled on the schedule that he's looking forward to playing the most. But for now, he says the focus is only on one game.
Yeah, I think that's a good question, but honestly, like, I really don't like looking past any team, so, like, I'm just looking forward to week 1 versus Ohio. Main thing is just getting the offense down, right? I came in January, kind of had good control of it, but I think in the summer, I got really good control of it and just really know what I'm doing now.
New signal caller is getting comfortable with the offense, but the Huskers face the likes of Indiana and Ohio State this season, the past 2 college football national champions, as well as going on the road to Oregon, who made the college football playoff in back-to-back years. Calandria isn't concerned about any of those matchups yet and is handling things one step at a time. The Huskers certainly know the task at hand first is Ohio. 7 other players took to the stations on Tuesday as well, and we'll stay with newcomers. But flipping over to the defensive side, where we heard from transfer linebacker Owen Chambliss. He comes to Nebraska from San Diego State, another addition from a Mountain West program. Chambliss was a first-team all-conference player last year and said he hopes to bring that level of performance to Nebraska.
You know, obviously I have a certain level of confidence to me, and I had a good amount of production last year, which was really helpful. But it's the Big Ten, so I got to still strap my helmet up and get ready to play. As a competitor, you want to play against the best when you feel like you're the best.
110 tackles in 2025 with the Aztecs, 9.5 of those being for loss, and he put up 4 sacks. Back to the offensive side and another newcomer, but this time from the SEC. Offensive lineman Paul Mbenga comes from Louisiana State to the Huskers, and he said while he's very used to high-level football, the Big Ten is different.
From my experience in the SEC, the defensive linemen there, they can bust a play, but they're athletic enough to make it so. But here, you don't have the right to do that. They want to challenge the offensive linemen mentally to to play the game sound and fair, and it's not going to be any tricks or anything like that. If they beat you, it's because they did their job.
Mbenga played in 20 games in his time with the Tigers, starting 11 of them, 6 of which came in 2025. And he's one of the guys who make up the unit where so far early on the buzz is that this could possibly be the best offensive line Coach Matt Rhule has had thus far. We'll have more from this media session with the Huskers throughout this week here on Sports Zone. Still stay tuned. It's almost football season, folks, and the excitement is real, Rod. Let's get it back to you.
I was just going to say I'm getting excited about it as well. So, all right, thank you, Will. Looking forward to the future reports. Let's get another look at your forecast and see what tonight holds in store as far as any more rain. Rusty?
A little bit, yeah. We have some light showers in south central, southeast Nebraska right now. Those are moving away from us, but another round of storms possible later on tonight. There's those rain showers just around Beatrice towards Fairbury, moving east and southeast, not amounting to much. Everything is quickly moving to the south and east. Doesn't look like there's much left out there, but if you look between Sioux City, North Platte, and McCook, there's a little line right there, and that's going to spark the potential for some storms. Now, temperature-wise right now, cool out there, but here comes that chance for storms right there between Columbus, Lincoln, and Omaha. That'll fire around 11 p.m. this evening, so if you have outdoor plans over the next few hours, should be just fine. That lingers until 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, so that's a solid 4 or 5 hours worth of rainfall. So they could see some heavier rain. Then another rainfall potential comes our way as we head through the first half of the day on Wednesday. So lots of chances for rain out there over the next 24 hours.
All right. Thank you so much, Rusty. And thank you so much for joining us. We hope you have a great night. Enjoy the cooler temps because, yeah, before you know it's going to get warmer. We'll see you back here tonight at 10 o'clock.
Founded and operated by American veterans and patriots, we bring a warrior ethos to every case. We are Barry Law.
Let your voice be heard by sharing your photos and videos to the Now Local News app. Earn points and redeem them for gift cards. Scan the QR code to join.